the key to living your future. We all dream of a better future, a future where we feel fulfilled, accomplished, and deeply satisfied with our lives. But here's the truth: that future doesn't just happen. It doesn't arrive on its own or by waiting around for a miracle. It's something you must create through your actions, choices, and mindset today. The key to living the future you desire begins right now, this moment. It's about understanding that your future self is shaped by what you do today, not tomorrow or next week. So I want to walk you through 6 fundamental principles that will unlock that future for you, starting with what you do now. Own your choices. Every moment, every single day, you are faced with choices. And let me tell you something: those choices, they define your life. They are the seeds you plant today that will grow into the life you live tomorrow. Now, I know it's easy to get caught up in the belief that life is happening to you, that circumstances and people are shaping your path. But the real power comes when you realize that it's you who's shaping it all. It's your choices that create the foundation for your future. Think about it. From the time you wake up in the morning, you have a choice. Do you hit the snooze button or get up and start the day with intention? Do you feed your mind with negativity, or do you choose to fill it with positivity, with ideas that fuel your purpose? Every decision you make is like a building block. You are building the life you will live. The question is, what kind of life are you building? You see, so many of us walk around as if we are powerless, waiting for something or someone to come along and change our situation. We say things like, if only I had this opportunity, or if only I had more time, more money, more support. But let me tell you, you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait for permission. You don't have to wait for everything to line up perfectly. The power is in your hands right now. When you take ownership of your choices, you take ownership of your life. You stop blaming circumstances, you stop blaming others, and you start asking, what can I do today to change my direction? The moment you make that shift, you step into your power. You become the director of your own life story, and you get to decide how it's going to unfold. And listen, I know sometimes we make choices that don't serve us. We've all been there, making decisions out of fear, out of insecurity, out of doubt. But here's the beauty: you can choose again. You can always choose again. You're not locked into any path forever. Owning your choices means accepting where you are and knowing that from this point forward, you have the ability to choose something different. Because the truth is, no one is coming to rescue you. No one is coming to make those hard decisions for you. It's your job to choose better, to choose what aligns with the future you want. Every time you say yes to something that supports your growth, your happiness, your peace, you are investing in your future. Every time you say no to something that holds you back, you are protecting that vision of the life you want to create. Take responsibility for your journey. The truth is, nobody else can walk your path for you. Nobody else can carry the weight of your dreams, your ambitions, or your challenges. That responsibility is yours and yours alone. And here's where the real power comes in: when you stop waiting for someone to hand you the life you want and you start owning the fact that your journey is up to you. Every single step, every decision, every obstacle you face, it's all part of your story. And you are the author of that story. So many people wait for the perfect opportunity, the perfect partner, the perfect time to start living the life they've imagined. They think, if only someone would help me, or if only someone would notice my potential. But here's the thing: you don't need anyone else to validate your path. You don't need permission to start moving toward your dreams. You have to give yourself that permission. Because if you don't take responsibility for your journey, no one else will. And let's be honest, it's tempting, isn't it, to look at the circumstances in your life and point the finger elsewhere. I didn't get that job because of them. I couldn't go to school because of this. I can't be happy because of what happened to me. But every time you place the blame outside of yourself, you give away your power. You are handing over control of your life to someone or something else. And that leaves you stuck, waiting, hoping that someday it will all magically get better. But when you own your journey, when you say, this is my life and I'm responsible for it, something shifts. You step into a place of strength because now, no matter what happens, no matter the challenges, the disappointments, the setbacks, you know that you have the power to change direction, to choose a new path. It's not about what's happening to you, it's about how you respond to it. That's the key. You might not have control over every circumstance, but you do have control over how you handle it. And taking responsibility doesn't mean you have to have all the answers right away. It doesn't mean the road will be smooth or easy. What it means is that you are committed to walking that road anyway. You are committed to figuring it out as you go, to learning from your mistakes, and to taking every experience, whether good or bad, as a stepping stone towards something greater. When you take responsibility for your journey, you stop waiting for life to happen and you start creating your life. You become proactive, intentional, deliberate. You wake up each day with the understanding that every decision, every action is moving you closer to or further from the life you want to live. Embrace the power of belief. Belief, let me tell you something about the power of belief. It is the foundation of everything you want to accomplish in this life. Before you can achieve anything, before you can even start down the path of your dreams, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you are worthy, that you are capable, that you are enough. And I'm not just talking about a surface level belief, I'm talking about deep down, unwavering, unshakable belief that no one and nothing can take away from you. Because here's what I know for sure: if you don't believe in yourself, who will? The world is full of people ready to tell you what you can't do, what you won't be, what's impossible for someone like you. But you can't let those voices drown out your own. You have to be your biggest advocate, your strongest supporter, your own cheerleader. That belief in yourself has to come from within. It's the fuel that will drive you when times get tough, when doors close, and when obstacles seem insurmountable. Now, belief isn't just about thinking positive thoughts or repeating affirmations. It's about embodying that belief in everything you do. It's about walking into every room, into every opportunity with the knowing that you belong there. It's about having faith even when things don't look like they're going your way. It's about trusting that what's meant for you will never pass you by, as long as you keep believing in what's possible. But belief isn't passive. It's not just about sitting back and hoping everything works out. When you truly believe in yourself, that belief demands action. It pushes you to show up for yourself, to go after what you want, to take risks, to step outside of your comfort zone. It's the voice inside that says, keep going even when you're tired, even when you're doubting, even when everyone around you says it's not going to happen. And let's be real, there will be moments when your belief is tested. There will be times when the road gets dark and you can't see the next step ahead. But it's in those moments that your belief is the most powerful. Because belief is not just about what you can see, it's about trusting in what you can't see yet. It's about holding on to the vision, even when the evidence isn't there. When you embrace the power of belief, you start to see the world differently. You realize that what other people think about you, what society says about you, what your past tells you, none of that defines who you are. What defines you is what you believe about yourself. And when you believe that you are worthy, that you are destined for more, that you have everything you need within you to succeed, the universe will align to make it happen. Because belief is magnetic, it draws opportunities, people, and resources to you. It opens doors that you didn't even know existed. And here's the thing: belief doesn't just change your future, it changes who you are right now. It transforms the way you carry yourself, the way you interact with the world, the way you show up in every aspect of your life. When you embrace belief, you step into your power. You stop waiting for external validation because you know your worth isn't defined by anyone but you. You stop doubting whether you're good enough because deep down you already know you are. So ask yourself, what would you do if you believed without a doubt that you couldn't fail? What steps would you take? What risks would you embrace? When you live with that kind of belief, the impossible becomes possible. You don't just dream of a better life, you create it. You don't just wish for success, you go out there and claim IT.do the work, no matter what. There's no getting around it. You have to do the work. And not just when it's easy, not just when it's convenient, and certainly not just when the world is watching. Success, real success, requires you to show up day in and day out, putting in the effort, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's hard, even when there's no one there to applaud your grind. It's about commitment. It's about discipline. And it's about pushing through no matter what. You see, so many people have big dreams, but far fewer are willing to put in the consistent, relentless work required to make those dreams a reality. They want the reward, but they shy away from the process. But let me tell you something, the process is where the magic happens. The work you put in when nobody is looking, when nobody is praising you, that's what separates the people who wish from the people who achieve. It's in the late nights, the early mornings, the moments of doubt and frustration when you keep going because you know deep down that this is what it takes. And here's what I know, life is not going to hand you anything. There will be distractions, temptations to give up, and plenty of reasons to quit. But those who rise to the top are the ones who push through anyway. They do the work when others make excuses. They stay committed when others give up. Because they understand that greatness is not something that happens overnight. It's earned bit by bit, moment by moment, through the consistent effort of showing up every single day. You have to decide that you're going to do the work, no matter what. That means no more waiting for the perfect conditions. No more thinking you need to have everything figured out before you start. The truth is, you're never going to feel completely ready. There's always going to be a reason to put it off, but if you keep waiting for the stars to align, you'll be stuck in the same place year after year. You've got to start right where you are with what you have and trust that the rest will come as long as you're willing to put in the work. And don't be fooled by the highlight reels you see on social media. Success isn't glamorous behind the scenes, it's messy. It's filled with setbacks and struggles, but it's in those moments where your character is built. It's in those tough days where you learn just how strong you are, how capable you are of pushing beyond your limits. Because anyone can work hard when everything is going smoothly. But it's those who do the work when it's tough, when it's uncomfortable, when the results aren't immediate, those are the ones who break through. Think about it. You can't expect a harvest if you haven't planted the seeds, if you haven't watered the ground, if you haven't put in the time to nurture and grow. It's the same with your dreams. You've got to tend to them every single day. You can't just show up once in a while and expect greatness. You have to be willing to go all in, even when the progress seems slow, even when you feel like you're not moving fast enough. Because trust me, all those small daily efforts, they add up. You might not see it in the moment, but over time they compound. And one day you'll look back and realize that all those long nights, all those early mornings, all those moments when you chose to keep going instead of giving up, that's what built your success. And listen, the work is not always glamorous. It's not always fun. But if you're committed to your future, you have to be committed to the work. Because nobody is going to hand you your dream. Nobody is going to come along and do it for you. The life you want is waiting for you, but you've got to be willing to fight for it, to work for it, to earn it. This is where you build your resilience. your tenacity, your grit. This is where you prove to yourself that you can handle anything life throws your way. The work you do now when it feels like nobody's watching is what sets the stage for the breakthrough moments. It's what prepares you for the opportunities that will come your way. You've got to be ready for those moments, and the only way you get ready is by doing the work no matter what. Stay focused on what you can control. In life, there will always be things that are beyond your control, other people's opinions, circumstances, the economy, unexpected challenges that come out of nowhere. It can be so easy to get caught up in the chaos, to feel overwhelmed by everything that's happening around you, and to waste your energy worrying about what you can't change. But let me tell you something, the key to finding peace and purpose in your journey is to focus on what you can control. When you shift your energy away from the external noise and turn your attention inward, you reclaim your power. You begin to realize that while you can't control what others do or say, you can control how you respond. You can control your thoughts, your actions, and your mindset. That's where the real magic happens. You have the ability to choose how you show up in the world, how you approach your goals, and how you navigate the challenges that life throws your way. Think about it. How much time do we waste fretting over things that we simply cannot change? How often do we allow the opinions of others to dictate our self-worth, or let the unpredictability of life paralyze us with fear? It's time to break free from that cycle. It's time to stop giving away your power. Instead, focus on what you can control: your attitude, your effort, your determination. When you do that, you create a sense of clarity and purpose that propels you forward. Let me remind you that your reaction to situations is completely within your grasp. You might not be able to control the storm, but you can control how you weather it. You can decide to rise above the negativity, to stay committed to your vision, to maintain your faith in yourself and your journey. And when you do that, you empower yourself, you build resilience, you strengthen your resolve to keep moving forward no matter what challenges come your way. And here's another truth: when you focus on what you can control, you also find freedom. You let go of the need to worry about others' expectations, and you start to embrace your own path. You stop comparing your journey to anyone else's, because you understand that everyone's road is different. Instead, you celebrate your own progress, your own achievements, no matter how small they may seem. Every step you take is a victory because you are choosing to move forward on your own terms. This focus on personal control also extends to your goals. You can't control when opportunities will arise or how quickly you will achieve success, but you can control the steps you take every single day. Are you committing to your daily habits? Are you showing up for yourself? Are you investing in your growth? These are the questions that will keep you aligned with your purpose. And remember, it's not about striving for perfection. It's about progress. It's about taking one step at a time, staying focused on what you can do today to bring you closer to your goals. When you do that, you cultivate a sense of empowerment and agency over your life. You become the driver of your own destiny instead of a passenger in someone else's story. So as you move forward, remind yourself of this: your power lies in your choices and actions. Don't let the external chaos distract you from your inner strength. Embrace the fact that you can control how you respond, how you grow, and how you live each day. When you commit to focusing on what you can control, you create a life that aligns with your deepest desires and highest potential. This is your journey, and you are in the driver's seat. So take a deep breath, center yourself, and let go of what you cannot change. Redirect your energy to what you can change. Because in that space of control, you will find your strength, your purpose, and ultimately your path to fulfillment. Visualize your future with precision. Visualization is a powerful tool, And I want you to understand just how transformative it can be when you learn to see your future with clarity and precision. Your mind is an incredible canvas, and what you paint on that canvas shapes your reality. So let's dive into the magic of visualization and how it can guide you toward the life you dream of living. When I talk about visualization, I'm not just talking about a passing daydream or a fleeting thought. I'm talking about creating a vivid, detailed picture of your desired future. I want you to imagine it with all your senses engaged. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? When you take the time to visualize your future with precision, you're not just hoping for it, you're actively participating in its creation. Now, let's be real, this isn't just about wishing for things to happen. It's about being intentional. It's about understanding that what you visualize shapes your actions. When you can clearly see the life you want, you begin to make choices that align with that vision. You create a roadmap, and every decision becomes a step toward bringing that vision to life. You become like an architect of your own destiny, building each moment, each choice with intention. And here's the beauty of it: the more precise your visualization, the more powerful it becomes. It's not enough to simply say, I want to be successful. What does success look like for you? What does it feel like? Is it a certain job? A feeling of fulfillment? Financial freedom? Family happiness? The clearer and more detailed your vision, the easier it becomes to recognize opportunities that align with it. Take a moment to close your eyes and picture your ideal life. Visualize your surroundings. What does your home look like? How do you spend your days? Who are the people around you? Engage all your senses. What do you smell? What do you hear? This is not just an exercise. This is a declaration of what you want to create. And here's the thing: life is going to throw challenges your way. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But when you have a clear vision, those challenges become part of the journey, not the end of it. Your vision will serve as your North Star, guiding you back to your purpose when things get tough. It reminds you why you started and what you're working toward, fueling your determination to keep moving forward. But visualization doesn't stop with just a mental picture. It requires action. It's about taking tangible steps toward your vision. Once you have that clarity, you need to create a plan. Break down your vision into actionable goals. What are the specific steps you need to take to get there? What skills do you need to develop? Who can you learn from? This is where the magic happens: when your dreams meet your actions, you begin to create the life you visualized. And let's not forget the importance of consistency. You can't just visualize once and expect everything to fall into place. It's a daily practice. Spend time each day revisiting your vision. Write it down. Create a vision board filled with images and words that resonate with your dreams. Keep it somewhere you'll see it every day. This constant reminder keeps your vision alive in your heart and mind, making it harder for doubt and negativity to creep in. As you practice this art of visualization, you'll begin to notice shifts in your mindset. You'll become more open to possibilities. You'll recognize opportunities that align with your vision and be more willing to step outside your comfort zone. You'll start to believe, truly believe, that what you want is possible. Because here's the truth: the universe responds to that belief. When you project confidence and clarity, you attract the people, situations, and resources you need to turn your vision into reality. So I encourage you, embrace this practice of visualization. Be precise in your dreaming. Don't just settle for what life throws your way. Create the life you want. Paint that picture with all the details and colors of your heart's desires. And when you do, you'll discover that your future is not just something that happens to you, it's something you actively shape and create. This is your life, and you have the power to visualize it into existence.